Hi, this is Mia. I thought I was recording. Let's see what I have on my video. It must have stopped. So I did get the printer up here with the junk that was on top is still there. I need to vacuum over here. There's a whole bunch of recycling crap that needs to come out of here today. Like, I don't care anymore about saving cardboard. I don't care about scraping my name off envelopes and boxes. This stuff has got to just, boo, go bye-bye. I wish I had a tank top with a bra built in. That's my favorite. I have one and it is too small. So I'm going to have to figure out what to do. I don't feel like wearing that bra that I showed in the last video. Let me see if I even recorded. So I'm having an overwhelming day. I had a day where I did the counseling and it says, in case that video didn't actually record, how come you talk so much that I couldn't get a word in edgewise, and that made me feel bad. Um, so I'm gonna keep looking for my water bottle. So I just now I feel like I can't even talk to professionals getting paid to listen. And I was under the impression they were taking notes while I listed off things that happened in my childhood, and talk about how it's correlated with some of the nightmares. And he's like, "Oh, you're probably having more nightmares now because of that." I'm like, "No." The thing is, I've been doing this detox teas and flushing a lot of water because they're making me feel dehydrated. Because they want to trick you and think you're losing weight, like made like a diuretic. And sometimes you poop because of them. And I'm like, these herbs are intense. Like, have you taken peyote? Have you taken LSD? You have a very small amount of a substance. Any pills, drugs, marijuana, and I'm taking like tea bags of the stuff. That's potent. It's enough in there to do something to your brain, even if that is nothing to do with like psychoactive ingredients. But if it's physically pushing stuff out of your body and you get these sensations and memories, and you have like it looked like I had oranges in my poop, and I was like, wait, I don't know if I didn't look that close. I'm like, I haven't ate oranges in days, and that should have been digested and pushed out like days ago. It's scary. People had found like popcorn kernels or peanuts in their bowel movements when they detoxed, and they said they hadn't eaten that kind of food maybe in 10 years. And like I felt like I went vegan or I went vegan once and I for a while and I had worms in the toilet after so many days. And I did not take a picture. I did not examine it. I looked in the toilet one time and I panicked and I was scared. I don't even know if they were worms. They looked like worms. I had my dog dewormed and I came outside and it looked like there was spaghetti all over the lawn mixed in with her poop. Moving spaghetti. And I had to clean that up. And I was a kid and I was scared. My mom didn't, nobody else saw it. And now my mom's like, oh, your animal's got to get wormed and all this stuff. But could you imagine a kid going outside to clean up poop and find, it's bad enough you have the poop, but you're like, oh, heck no. You're scared. You're scared when you see yourself. And I've heard, after that incident, I heard that this lady was like, um, eating sushi and she had gotten tapeworms and they couldn't get the medication for her because she was she was hold on, let me move this. Something's stuck on something. I don't know what it is. These cords here. She was having to pay for the whole bottle at the pharmacy because they said that it's so seldom used that they wouldn't have been able to. She was eating a prominent, well-known sushi place in Portland. I don't know the name of it. They wouldn't tell the name of it anyway. And she had ended up getting tapeworms. And the doctor, I'm just going to drink all of this. Doctor said, get this medicine. They went to pharmacy, couldn't get the medicine, so it's going to be too much money because she couldn't get the dose or two that she needed. She needed to buy the whole bottle. And she tried all around, everywhere, tried to get someone who would have this medicine. Nobody would get her this medicine. I don't even know what it is. So she was doing, what's it called, dead lab. She was doing, I can't even remember the name now. She was doing dead lab, dissecting, and she had got grossed out by the look of meat while doing that. And so what she ended up doing was not eating meat. She was pre-med. She had to do this stuff for her career choice, and she ended up going without the meat. And the worms passed day after day. The worms passed in her stool. And the doctor, or the teacher, sorry, my biology teacher said, hey, I want you to bring me some of those in a jar so I can show the class. And she did, and he had it in his office, and he brought it to class. And I came to his office, I was like, I want my kids to see that. And I found some tapeworms before, and I put them in jars with a poison sticker, but at my church, people threw that stuff away. I was kind of mad. What's one thing, I get mad when people throw stuff away, and then I start hoarding everything. Like, I have this little box. It's, like, so cute, and I'm like, I don't need that. I'm looking at it, and I was like, I just have to get rid of it. These tags and labels for these clothes, you know what, who cares? Just get rid of it. You wore the clothes, you can't take them back. And if they tear, then fine, take them back. The receipt. That's what I'm gonna do. I had to commit, because I could save you could save every one of these for a year, and you're gonna have a drawer full of them, and after 10 years, you're gonna have them all over. I cannot let go of stuff. But the more stuff like that you save, just in case you have to return this, in case of this, stop shopping. You know you have a receipt somewhere, if all else, or you sell it on eBay and lose your money, or throw it away. One thing that bothers me, I have 2 chemical bottles now, is that when I do start throwing this stuff away and try to keep what I can keep, then if something needs to go back to the store, I see the receipt. Even, like, lately it's been messy. I found the receipt to this earbuds that stopped working. And it's, like, messy. I could put the earbuds, or put get the packaging, the product, and the receipt, and tape them all together and take them back to the store. No one's taking returns now. I tried that. Been there, done that last week. So I have stuff here, too, that needs to be returned, and nobody's taking it back. So... what is the thing I'm looking for? Downloads. So I feel like I've been like a complete mess, and I had that allergic reaction to something that had dextrose, which is typically corn, which makes me not feel well. My stomach's growling, by the way. Sorry about the noise, those are my bracelet. I'm just going to say the date, is it the 18th, 2020? I'll say Monday. They changed this. I didn't know that the tags were here. That's what I get for not reading. I had a burst of energy, and now I'm really quiet, or really tired again. So I have so much stuff on the bed. I have some dirty clothes. So this one bag was going to be for dirty clothes. I think I'll just put the rest of these bottles in here. And put the dirty clothes. I have baskets, but I need to get... we can even use these bags. These are not the thickest bags. They get holes really easy. But I need to go check the mail right now. Like, I'm just gonna force myself to take that box downstairs. So this is almost full. I'm gonna take that box downstairs and I'm gonna go check the mail. I feel good about putting the printer there. It's been weeks that I said I was good. We didn't even have it. You guys saw me try to pull it out of the box, and that box is empty too. And I thought I'd hoard these boxes right over here, which seems stupid, but again, it's like for the juicer and the printer, I'm gonna save the boxes because they're just new stuff. But at the same time, I've had them for over a month. I should be making juice. My stomach is growling. I didn't make any tea. I'm gonna get rid of little things like this. I just have to. I cannot keep doing this. I think I'm gonna take a shower. And then clean up these earrings. I'll just grab one of these alcohol. You never know, these could be worn. These earrings you get online. If they're new, you never know, someone could return them or worn them in the store or something. So I'll go through that. I'll go get the mail, take this one box downstairs, and then what I'm going to have to do is get rid of some more of this paper. I'm just going to let the paper go, or this. Like, I cannot. I'm looking around and I'm like, it's like, sometimes you're like, get rid of stuff that's like, oh, what about this stuff? Some of the stuff is for sale. Some of it's already listed, like, wait, what about the junk stuff? And like, what about all this lab stuff? Like, should I send it back? You're not supposed to send medical supplies back to people because they don't know if it's tempered with. That would cause a lot of headache to accept it and have someone tamper with it. So to do the paperwork, I think what I'm going to do is put my meeting on. I should have charged my phone while I was talking. What I'm going to do is keep uploading the other videos. 51% uploaded. It cut off right in the middle. Before I start this one, I don't know where it cut off. My stomach's growling. I'm trying to shrink my stomach down. I've just been sitting here eating, and when my boyfriend's home, I feel like I have to be over here in this uncomfortable chair, and then I feel like I'm, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I feel like I don't know. I need a shelf. That's what I wanted. I saw them at the store. I didn't get it. I had a bad vibe about the time period. You know what sounds good? Frozen blueberries. Like, when they're not so cold that they don't hurt your teeth, but they're crunchy, and they have that liquid that's not melting, like slimy. It's like, it's not like making it soggy. It's like the ice crystal comes off on your tongue when you eat it, and it's like getting a little bit like getting a grape otter pop or something. That sounds so good right now. I'm so tempted to go to Kefra's raw food. I'm so tempted to go to Whole Foods. I think my first thing would be a relief is to get rid of all the freaking cardboard. And if somebody orders a freaking one of these things I have for sale, most of them have local pickup on them. If somebody wants to buy this crap, just either if they're gonna pay $259 for a picture, and I have to go spend $20 at FedEx or UPS for them, pay them to box it up and ship it, or I purchase huge boxes from U-Haul, like it reinforced. If I have to pay $30 for that to ship it and wrap it with bubble wrap, which I haven't thrown away, if I had to use all the bubble wrap I have for one picture, it'd be worth it to get that out of there and get it safe to somebody. Like, I don't need to keep saving my Vitacost boxes and all the boxes that got greasy and the box that already broke down, like the Walmart boxes. Like, people use all those boxes for their eBay stores and stuff and their Amazon. They mix and match it. But for some reason, I don't know why, I just don't want to do it. Like, even if people are nice, like, people don't complain. I got a Walmart box. Like, plus you're going to say, I don't shop at Walmart, and your kid's going to say, you got a Walmart box. Like, who knows? They might not give you, I hardly remember to give anyone stars and comments for their service, but you don't want that one person to be like, that's tacky. I don't mind. I've gotten boxes in different boxes, like eBay, Amazon, mix and match, and I was confused because in my mind I'm thinking, oh, I thought this was going to come from Amazon, but it's like they had it shipped from eBay. And in my mind back then, I was thinking there was an eBay warehouse and an Amazon warehouse, not somebody sitting in their garage shipping stuff in boxes to me, you know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell these doohickeys. I'm going to take pictures of it when I get back with my iPad. I said I was going to take a shower watching my movie because I didn't take a shower yesterday. There's a big thing of recycling right here. I'm going to put the rest of the bottles into this bag on the way down. I'm going to carry that down, and I'm going to take it out of the box that it's in. There's so many ants and junk in here. Like, everything is contaminated. You don't want to ship that to anybody. Anyways, you want to clean boxes, new boxes. I have a couple of huge boxes over there. And the other thing about boxes, I have toilet paper and a couple of things that are still in boxes from the delivery. Because I was scared there was mice in here, not that they couldn't chew through it. So if all else fails, you go through the stuff you already have, and you use that to ship something to a customer. But there's a way, even if you had to go to Walmart, even if you had to go to the grocery store and ask for, do you have like a toilet paper or a tissue, something clean, not shampoo, not bleach, not detergent, not food. If all else, you do the banana box and you Franken box that, and you get it for free. And you double, triple box it, wrap it up, tape the glass. I'd rather not send it. I'd rather stick it in the back of the car, wrapped up in a towel, and meet somebody in a parking lot. So I have to think positive for that. I need to wash the walls, and because I've moved in some messy places, and I moved in some semi-clean, semi-messy, and eventually I wash the wall. Like, it's, you don't notice, like, sometimes you get your own mess, but in fact, I'm going to get another one of alcohol. On the way out, I'm also going to do, I feel like vacuuming first. I'm also going to do the command strips again. I'll do that first so it can dry well. Since like every time I take a shower, the paint in there, it's like, it gets all wet, and then the dirt, you know what I'm talking about, it drips down the wall. So that square that I clean for the command strips is like filthy. So I'm going to clean it so I can dry it really well. I told someone to do command strips, and she's like, I wasted my command strip glue because of you. So what she did, I think she cleaned it with alcohol, and then she put the command strip right on there, the sticky stuff. It's like you're supposed to let it dry really well. Like, I'll leave it for hours, if not a day. And alcohol doesn't take that long, but the alcohol breaks down adhesive, so you can get gummy stuff off. You know, I should wash this whole window with alcohol. I'm going to take the tape off here. I taped this up because there was smoke and stuff coming in. And this looks tacky. It's a dead bug. If I had to tape it again, I'll tape it again. There's so much to do. This needs to be vacuumed. The other lamps have mold on them. It's like, and the first things first, you hear me all like hyper. I was doing like a fast and the skin or inside flushing my body, and now I ate again. I ate a whole banana and a bowl of my regular food, stomach's growling, haven't had tea, really thirsty, and I just wanted to say, without offending, like, I'm not trying to offend people, white people, when I say that there's racist people that are white in my face talking crap about me. Like my boyfriend is white. My son is, I consider black, but his skin is whiter than my boyfriend's. And I'm not trying to be offended of men or women, but I have these people that I can say that there's individuals treating me crappy, and that there's a large amount of individuals in those groups that it's like this lady at church said, that the devil is not that creative. He's going to attack you certain ways, and it's going to be the same thing. So her husband had type 1 diabetes. It's like he gets attacked for that disease over and over. And she's like, you're going to recognize the pattern. You're going to know right from wrong, discernment, you know. And with the men and the women, I feel like, why is it so easy for you? Why is it so easy for you to kick back and enjoy life? Dang. And I have black relatives in the city. They kick back and enjoy life. And they have suburban house, and people have pools or yards or gardens, or they have indoors that's nice and clean and big, and they got plenty of money in the bank. How are you kicking back? I know you worked. I'm trying to work. I don't get hired. What's wrong? Where did you apply? Do I have to go where all black people are? Do I have to, like, is there something about it? And I see these people enjoying their life, relaxed. Well, who knows what they're smoking on? Who knows what they're drinking on? That's none of my business. Who knows what they're snorting on? But I just think I was enjoying my life back then. And I talk a lot, and you feel like maybe that I don't need to have my counselor, and I need to talk. So I think I'm going to be sitting down with on a chaise lounge and talking about my problems, and your time's up, finish up in 5 minutes. Let's finish it up and see what plan next week. Like, people don't want that. They want to do this. They want to do it their way. They won't tell you what their way is. So I get mad at these men, and it's like, they don't understand. I don't walk around with a long flowing dress saying, "Oh, I am the Lordess of light." Like, I don't go around trying to be some kind of guru. And I say, "Oh, the spiritual progress." It's like, I can be a person and say I have a spiritual path. I can be a person and say that I have a God of my understanding. That I actually in depth try to call the Trinity, the God, the Father, and Holy Spirit. And I don't go around not Bible thumping and not even necessarily telling people my spiritual path that I do have a higher power. For my trust, that means I choose to call God, that I don't have to call anyone but higher power, because it's not our business. Sometimes they make it's part of the step, sometimes they make it a question for share or a topic. I try to look at the Buddhist principles, and someone had thought that I was some guru in the Buddhist. Like, no, whatever I learned on my own. I didn't learn in church. Some of it I probably learned in Proverbs in the Bible, but it's because I had a direct connection between me and my higher power. And they instill into you morals and values and a conscience and discernment and love and compassion. So if I can't love you, or if I can't say loving words to you, then God will say them through me, and that's what I believe. It's not about me. And people say it's about me, and I'm really gotta have a conversation with myself recording it, because people will say that I'm selfish and all I care about is me. And what I did my whole life, and these people have never done this. They have never raised their kids for 20 years of their life with no help from anybody. A couple rides after school or in the morning. So I can't say never. But as far as trying to really get emotional, someone who loves them, another parent in the house, there was never anybody else. There was never someone, I'm really sick, I have diarrhea, can you make dinner, watch the kids? There was not a partner. There was not a dad. There was not someone to be like, it's your weekend, take the kids. Oh, that's good because I have a class this weekend. Instead I had to drive all over Clackamas. I always had to go from Multnomah County, Clackamas County. Often driving me from the west side all the way east. Trying to get southeast, trying to get my kids babysitter day and night. Weekend, Sunday morning, it didn't matter. Sunday night, it was ridiculous. It helped. I had a job like that. I only had a job like an hour and 40 minutes a day, and I was driving my kids around 1-2 hours just to get there, and then 1 to 2 hours to get home. But I did it because I didn't want to lose the job. Long story. You already heard part of it on another video, but I feel like I have a spiritual path, and that nobody's accepting. Nobody understands me. That's why I wanted to make this video. Nobody understands, and because they don't understand, I feel like I'm wrong. Because they kick back and say, "My life is easy. I got money in my bank. I got a job. I get to dress however I want. I got my family, nice clean house, not like yours, all sloppy. Got a wife at home, clean the house. Got a puppy for the kids because they're driving me crazy. They pay for your puppy. Go take your puppy for a walk. They got their kids a car for graduation, all this stuff because they have plenty of money. Blah blah blah. And it's like they're living large. They're walking the store not being followed because they don't have brown skin, thinking that a criminal. They're not going to walk down the street and be afraid they're going to get shot because they're walking down the street exercising. And they show this stupid video on TV all the time, and it makes me feel like these people are going to sit up and have the devil let them dream about, oh, I'm scared of black people, they did the right thing. That guy was in someone's garage, he should have got shot. Or this lady's in the bed and the police start shooting. And all these stories. The stories in the Pacific Northwest, when I got out there, I heard a whole bunch of stories. And stories when I grew up as a kid, I heard a bunch of stories about black people. We were getting threatened. We were getting, I get threatened outside my front door. I get threatened while I'm inside my house. I get threatened when I see disparity on TV, on ads. I see disparity all the time. So it's like, I feel like I had to my mind has to bow down to these people who got it made, who are privileged, and get everything handed to them on a silver platter. Maybe they don't have a $3 million house with a pool, but maybe their neighbor does, and theirs is only, $800,000 with a pool. You know what I mean? Or maybe they just live on waterfront property for $300,000 that they bought when their parents gave them a down payment back 20 years ago when it was actually only $30,000. You know what I mean? You paid it off. It's worth that much, but you paid off $500 a month. Paid off. And those people don't realize the guy I was dating before, I said, I don't see any black people around here. He goes, yeah, that income thing, that's why. I said, do you realize that realtors and renters will not rent to us? We have plenty of money. We have jobs. We have plenty of down payment. We could buy this whole property if someone gave us the opportunity. It's not because we don't have the money and a good credit. So this guy I was dating is automatically seeing me as, of course there's no black people in my neighborhood. Like, he didn't even live in a rich neighborhood. It was suburban, but it was a townhouse. Of course, he's like, of course there's no black people here. Because you guys don't have the money to live here. And it makes me sick. Because every black person I know in my family, every single person lives in a big freaking house. I'm not talking like a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. I'm talking 3, 4, or more bedrooms, 2, 3 floors, lakefront, pools in the neighborhood. I mean, they don't have pools. They have like straight and hair. They're not going to want pools, but pools in the neighborhood. Luxury cars. You can call my patients and they yell at me and tell me what to do. I was like, oh. But I feel like these people have it made, and they had to do very little effort. Oh yeah, I went to high school. Oh, I did this thing, Job Corps or Peace Corps or something like that, and then I got into college, and then I did this master's degree in this, and now I'm making $80,000 a year. Have a house, a puppy, kids, and it's like they don't need God. They don't need to say, oh my God, I'm starving to death, living on the side of the street. Oh my God, I'm in debt. I put all my toilet paper and food on a credit card. I'm going to food pantry every 2 weeks. Like, they're not crying about that. You know what I mean? I'm looking at the date. I was like, wait, we still got 2 more weeks to go to the food pantry. This has 5 Saturdays in a month. And we went on the first Saturday. My boyfriend said he's not going to want to be bothered by going to the food pantry. And I'm like, we're getting like all your food. Like, we haven't even gone to the store since we got all that cauliflower. And that was just a luxury, like, dinner, like, for me. When I ate that cauliflower, I was happy. I smiled. I couldn't wait. The taste of it is, I can't recreate it with anything that I have. I don't know what they do to it. It is like they put a potion on it. People are selling $16.99 for a 5-ounce pack on Amazon. I would be done with that pack in 3 minutes. I kid you not. I can't, but I was like, oh, I saw that before that. I didn't see it, and I thought it wasn't there. But these people, they're not going to talk to God. They're not going to journal. They're not going to have to go and do extra exercises. Their metabolism shot. They're not going to have to say, I had a freaking allergic reaction to dextrose that has corn in it, or that you had accidentally ingested rice that has an allergic reaction. And all of this stuff, it's like, they don't understand me, and they don't acknowledge that what I do to keep myself alive for 43 years works for me. So I don't always have to do the breathing or the tapping or this or that, because there's other things. Like, I never put those on when my mind gets stuck in a rut list. I put it on go outside, even if it's on the front porch, even you don't own it place. If you're like I was in a shelter, it had a curfew, so that would pretty much mean look out the window or open the window if you can. If there's probably a lock on it. So people don't smoke or whatever. But journal, pick up the phone, call somebody, read a book, play a game, play solitaire. Like, I don't remember what's on my original list, but I know going outside was pick up the phone, call somebody, write something out, play the Serenity Prayer is probably on there. It's like saying the serenity prayer, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. So right now I'm at this state where I'm like, I'll bow down and say, yes, Massa, yes, Massa. And I'll be like, you don't acknowledge my God, Massa. You don't acknowledge my going outside and gardening, Massa. Like all this stuff. And then I won't do what I won't eat healthy. I won't drink my good waters. You know, I won't try to separate out my stuff from corn and wheat and rice. I'll have a freaking allergic reaction. And what that stuff does, besides physically, it gives me a really bad mental, like when I was exposed to rice, it was just like terrifying. It's like somebody forced you onto a really bad roller coaster and like sexually assaulted you during it. Like I didn't want to say it like that, but that's what in my mind it's like. And I think that it like triggers something. The food allergies I'm allergic to, it's like I think it's like the immune system in the brain is like danger, danger. Your dog's hair stands on and danger, danger. We gotta do something about it. We gotta sound the alarm. We gotta do something about it. We gotta make it safe. We gotta fix it. We gotta run away from it. And I think what happens is my body does that and it puts it at an alarming rate to the brain that's not a substance. Or I get that way when I'm exposed to cold viruses and stuff. Someone sneezing, coughing out, I get those things and I can feel them in my body. I can feel them spreading. I can feel my immune system getting scared, like getting like urgent. It's an urgent concern, and my mind I think gets at an amped up state. That protection mechanism triggers. Oh my God, my mom's beating me. How do I get away from this? Oh my God, this person's assaulting me and I'm punching them and they're heavy and they're on top of me. How do I get away from this? You know, how do I? You fight. Your sympathetic nervous system, your digestive tract shuts down. Your eyesight changes so you see far away, so you can see where you're running to, not close up. You know, when your digestion shuts down, your heart beats faster and pumps out to your legs so you can run or punch somebody or move. I'm tired of standing and going out to the trash or to the mailbox by. But I wanted to say this out loud because I will let these people talk me out of what works for me on a holistic level, which includes food, beverages, when I want to fast. They're telling me not to do this, not to do that, not to go to meetings. You went to too many meetings, do this, do that. Okay, now we realize the meeting help, now you need to go to more meetings. I need to just say, like, part of me is like, I want to heal from my past as a child by myself. Because now I see what it's like trying to be around men. And that's why I was trying not to be sexist. And women that I talk to, they just want to grab from me. They don't have any words of advice. They don't ask you 100 things. Oh, what about this? What do you think about this? What else? Oh, I'm doing this. Oh, how am I? Blah, 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 blah. And then, or it's like, I ask for help or I'm crying because I'm overwhelmed. It's like, well, why don't you try to call someone else? Forget them. They're going to say the same freaking thing because you guys are a little clique and you call each other and you don't understand my problems and you're not on listening ear because you're selfish. I can be listening ear. I'm not that good at it, but I know that it's important because I want it to be a golden rule. And I want to give back for all the times I've gab. That's why this channel, because you can push the stop button. And X.